Hello everybody and welcome back to the VO2 Max channel. As you can see, I got my boom stand hooked up here. I already feel way more professional than I did before, even though I'm not really. I wanted to go through, this will be a quick video today here. I wanted to kind of go, excuse me, I wanted to kind of go through something here. I thought it was interesting. Don't mind the background music. Figured we should just get something to listen to here. I don't even know if you can hear it overly much. I could probably turn it up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I was playing this earlier, Anvil, and all of a sudden it got way harder. For some reason, we couldn't get through anything. I couldn't get through the first galaxy either by myself or with another party member. Couldn't get through the second galaxy. I don't know what happened. We were getting destroyed. So I figured, okay, well, let me check. Let's see if there's a patch or something, because maybe there was a patch. There was, but it had nothing to do with making the game harder, at least not on the surface. But I figured we'll go through this here. So this is the December update preview, and to be fair, this is only updated on the Steam client. This is not updated on Game Pass yet because it has to go through the Xbox client first. So I don't know what. Whoa, just kidding. Let's go back here. Yeah. No. There we go. Yeah, sorry. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so this is, it says, hello, this is Juan Hosan, the PD for Anvil. I'm assuming it's production director or something like that. After starting our early access service, the dev team received a lot of feedback and is spending a hectic December. Although there was one emergency patch, there are still many things that need to be fixed. For the moment, we plan to concentrate on stabilizing the game. We are fixing bugs and finding balancing problems that can be fixed step by step. Although everything cannot be fixed in one go, we will constantly strive to gradually become a better game. I like that. That's good to hear. We've got a Breaker rework. Jungler and Sandman are getting buffs, that's nice. Cool. I didn't even realize they were underpowered, so I haven't played with Sandman yet. I've played a bunch with Jungler. That's the one you start out with. That's one of the three you start with, so. While the two Breakers also had stat problems, the main problem was that the skill upgrades were bland and did not have a defining strong point. That's true. We will make the basic skills stronger and massively improve their skill upgrades. Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed about the Jungler, but I kind of thought that was the point of him, was to be kind of bland, but I guess not. But I thought it was like the original three, like your big chonker dude, your ranger, and then the lady character. I figured they were just going to be kind of just meh, enough to get your feet wet, find a playstyle you like, and here, go from there. But it is cool that they are going to make them a little bit more unique. At least these two. Fixed to relic bugs. I did read these earlier, so if it sounds like I have. And this one was interesting to me. I didn't realize what was happening, and that could account for some of the damage in my previous video, which hopefully I was able to make a thumbnail of. You'll know at this point if I was able to make a thumbnail of it. The explosion scope damage calculation was applied differently than intended, so it will be fixed. However, the damage will be twice as strong. It currently applies 1000% of enemy's attack. I understand those words, but like, which enemy, which attack? What are you talking about? Which enemy? Maybe it means that the enemy that you're hitting, you're applying 1000% of that enemy's attack when you're hitting them. I don't know. The change will be they're going to improve the 1000% to 2000% of the Breaker's attack, which makes a lot more sense. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what the tooltip says. The calculation error of defense suit of retaliation will be fixed. Currently, additional attack power from relic was added to base attack power. Change: additional attack power from relic added to final attack power. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if I like it one way or the other. I mean, I like it more the other way, obviously, because that gives you more damage. So we'll get into a little bit of the calculation here. To help understand how our calculations work, the current stat increase system in Anvil adds percent increases to base stats. For example, if basic attack power is 200, acquiring a 10% increase to attack would make it 220. If you acquire another 10%, the 10% of 200 will be added to a total of 240 instead of 10% of 220. Okay, so anytime you're adding percentages, it's not multiplicative. It's adding 10% of your base in there, and that'll probably work for health as well, right? If you add an increase of, and that makes sense. I think I've actually figured this out the other day when I was going through the skill trees, because I was adding in max health and then also health percentage, and the health percentage would increase based off of your base health, not based off of your current max HP, if that makes sense. Saying the exact same thing here. The defense suit of retaliation had a bug, adding attack damage to the base stat, making the final damage much stronger, making this fix come through. So basically this thing would add, let's say you had 30% defense, it would add 30% to your attack power. But what was happening, if I'm reading this correctly, is that it would add 30% or whatever the number was of your defense. They would apply that number to the base, and then from there it would scale your 10, 20, 30% off of that. So basically, if it is 30%, I'm just going with the base defense, I think it's 30%. I could be mistaken, but let's just use 30% on 200. It would take it, because 10% is 20, so it would take it up to 260, and then you'd be applying 10% of 260. You'd be getting another 26 instead of 20. So, and those are fairly low numbers, if that makes any sense. This is going to, so let's say you get 30%, it's going to take your 30% of 200, which is 60, but it's going to add it in as these 10% are applied, not as the base increases. These two changes for the relics weren't fixes for balance, but bug issues, or bug fixes. Although the current builds that people might be using could be less effective, we felt these weren't issues we can ignore and felt the need to fix these when considering all the relic effects in the long term. As the explosion scope is a core relic for Lightning's skill build, interesting. Anybody playing this, explosion scope is a core relic for Lightning's skill build. We doubled the effect so that it remains useful. Clarification to relic description. The relic descriptions will additionally show in detail where the effects are applied. To start, the relic description regarding ammunition has been reinforced. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means specifically, but we'll find out, I guess, when the patches go live, because I think this comes out. Oh, this was December 13th. Okay, so maybe the patch did go through. Maybe that is what happened, because it would be about a week behind on the Xbox. So, exploration balance update. Difficulty will be made easier in single player mode. I can attest that that is absolutely false. If that's what they were intending to do with this patch, and if that's the patch that happened, I got destroyed. I was on my second biome in the first galaxy. It got way harder. Now, maybe I played like shit. That's entirely possible, but I don't know. So, I don't know if we want to listen to music when we're doing this, to be perfectly honest. At least not like that. Let's just turn that off. Difficulty will be made easier in single player mode, which I think actually went backwards. Enemy attacks will be less powerful in 2 to 3 player mode. I'm gonna say that they actually got these two backwards, because it seemed like everything was hitting for way more, and the difficulty was way harder. Maybe there's like a negative that they put in the program somewhere when they were programming it. It could have been an absolute bug where instead of getting a buff or whatever, we got a nerf, or instead of a nerf, you get a buff or whatever. The enemy's got a buff. Some enemy skill changes that were problematic will be tweaked. Yeah, these two right here, I'd be very interested to see what happens in the next couple weeks. I think they got these two backwards. I think what actually happened was difficulty will be made harder in single player mode, even though they meant to make it easier. I'm not saying they lied or anything. I'm saying something potentially happened. And enemy attacks will be less powerful in 2 to 3 player mode. And I think that is, again, opposite. I think it was more powerful. I had two or three teams. I think I tried to do it 2 or 3 times, and we got destroyed. And you've seen me go through this. Not necessarily win and be super, super great, but like we got destroyed. So I don't know what happened there, but I'd be interested to see what happens with these two, if there was a mistake made somewhere. Improvement to hit effect feedback. Improving hit effect feedback isn't an issue we can solve in a short period of time. We will apply those that we can right now and regularly apply productional improvements moving forward. Camera shaking effects, hit sound effects, updates to health UI, damage, HUD, and others are being improved and changed as we test. Convenient features also added. This one is important. When a planet is cleared, the fallen players are automatically revived. What have I been talking about for basically this entire time? This is exactly what we wanted. Thank you. Now you don't have to wait on the cold floor without doing anything, waiting to go to the next planet. Yes, thank you. And then, yes, it's a bummer. And yeah, you can spend your resurrections to bring the person up. But at the end of it, at least they get a chance to run around and maybe collect some loot or whatever, get a couple of pieces. That should already make that second galaxy so much better. You can check galaxy progress in your stat display. Okay, so that means in your stats and all that. You can now easily check what theme planet is coming and which boss monster is up ahead. You can also check in multiplayer lobby as well, so you can decide your breakers after finding out what the final boss will be. Oh, okay. So that will tell you in your multiplayer lobby. So if you want to change your breaker, because you've got a different build in mind, you're using the jungler and you've got certain relics for a certain boss, or you're going to use lightning because you've got certain relics for a certain biome or whatever. Interesting. I mean, I'm not at that point yet where I've got different builds for different... yeah, all the characters are doing basically the same thing. Get shields, do crits, kill stuff. Change to ping button location. As players accidentally click the ping button by mistake during fights, we change the default key to be the plus button. See, that's on PC. I don't know what that'll be on Xbox. I actually kind of liked it where it was on Xbox. Ranking reset, although you can change your skill mapping, I guess. So ranking reset. The ranking leaderboards will be reset entirely. This is intended to give a fair start to users who did or didn't take advantage of the relic bug. Response to many bugs and errors. We are continuously investigating black screen issues, crashing during matchmaking, and other technical problems. Build updates to address these issues can happen without notice. If you're experiencing technical problems, report to the bug channel on our official Discord. In detail will greatly help us solve the problem. Okay, that's good to know. The December update will take place in 1 to 2 weeks. So yeah, it might be, that was on the 13th. Yeah, December 13th. So yeah, it could be out live. It's the 19th today. So that's 6 days. So maybe not. I don't know. But something happened. Something changed. We will try to apply the update on Steam and Xbox simultaneously, which makes us unable to set a precise date. We appreciate your understanding. Besides the December update, the Anvil dev team is preparing diverse content and developing new challenge modes. That's really nice. I like diverse content. Even if it was as simple as changing it, as you go through the game right now, basically all the biomes are the same. You start on the first planet and it's an exploration, and you go around, kill stuff, and when you're in the first galaxy, it tells you where to go. Second galaxy is kind of open, but it's always the same. The second is always a boss. The third is always an exploration. That was the other thing that changed. In the second galaxy, the third biome is supposed to be an exploration. It is labeled as an exploration on the little marker, but it is definitely a boss. That was another issue that I came across. Yeah, diverse content and developing new challenge modes. I was thinking to myself the other day, this game would be awesome to have like a horde mode or something, right? Like that, kind of like that tower or the turret mission there, where you have the 3 turrets, you turn on 2 more, you get the big rocket launcher in the back. It'd be kind of cool to do some type of like base building type thing, and that'd be really fun to do by yourself. Be like kind of a base building type thing where you gotta, run from here to here, and then you gotta, as you gather resources, you can use your coins to buy a new turret and set the turret down, and then keep shooting stuff and keep killing things and go buy another thing, and increase your special and increase your buy a skill upgrade, or buy a relic or something like that. You could get pretty crazy. And the relics would be constantly, or a couple of shops or whatever, and you could spend money to refresh them, and you could make that like an infinite game mode, and every 5 waves or whatever, a big boss comes, and then after the second big boss, then on the 15th wave, then a boss and a bunch of minions show up, and the whole time also is the thing that's up in this corner over here when you're playing the game, that bar that kind of goes, in the top corner. It's kind of like a quarter circle that brings in enemies and makes them stronger. The whole time that's going to happen too, but I think it'd be really cool to have a horde mode where you could do some kind of like base defense. I really like that one mission where you're just holding the line. Even that one where it's just a bunch of walls and you've got your turret. You're trying to take care of these guys and then go over there and deal with these guys and set up a trap over here and then run back over there and go over here. It's kind of fun that way. So I think a horde mode with some type of base building, tower defense element to it would be cool, where, like I said, you collect the resources like your gold coins. You can use them to buy turrets or increase the missiles, or provide the turret shielding, or turn it into a flamethrower. But then you can also spend it on like your relics. You can buy skill upgrades, right? Something like that would be really cool, because you could probably get it to a point where you got a really cool build going on, and you can just go out into the world and take care of a whole bunch of stuff, and then come back and let your turrets deal with a bunch of things while your skills come on cooldown, and you're back and forth, and you got bosses coming in, and you get the, it could be pretty hectic and pretty fun. And it'd be an easy way to do a challenge leaderboard. For sure it would be. It'd be an easy challenge leaderboard, because you could have it solo play, how high you got and the amount of damage dealt, something like that. You could have it team play where, again, same thing, how high you guys got, amount of damage dealt per character, whatever. And that's the other thing that leads me to my next point. At the end of these expeditions, I'd like to see something, and I don't know how easy it would be to implement this, but I'd like to see something where you have a stat breakdown of, sorry, I keep going the wrong way with the camera because it's backwards. You have a stat breakdown of, how much damage you dealt, how many skills you used, how much damage your skills, how much healing you had, how much, how many resurrects you did, how many kills you got, all those kind of metrics that would be interesting to look at. Your average DPS taken across the entire thing, or whatever. They could do something like that. I think that would be a kind of a cool a game mode, or sorry, not a game mode, but the end to the screen. But then you could also apply that to the horde mode, like I was saying. The boss rush mode, I like the idea of it, but things need to be tweaked, because you don't start out with any money. It's very hard to earn any money, so you're basically going in there with 3 relics that you've got your build based on. You can't buy any in the first biome, because you don't start with any money, so these are all just boss rooms, right? So this is what I'm saying, like, they should have something or some way for you to earn some money, so you can at least buy a couple things that might be an upgrade. You can buy an upgraded rifle. That's the least they could do, to be perfectly honest, is have it like a guaranteed purple, give you enough money that you could buy a weapon and 1 relic, give you 270 gold. There's a guaranteed purple. Whether it's good or not is totally irrelevant, but there's a guaranteed purple and a guaranteed 120 cost relic. Again, whether they're good or not is entirely up for debate. But I think those kinds of things would be really nice. And then, like I said, a way to have revolving currency, a bonus, a bonus that I think I was saying in my last video. So you defeat the first boss. As you go into the next area, you get a bonus 50 coins or 20 coins or something like that, right? Some type of extra coin bonus, 20 coins. And then after you defeat the second boss and you go into the third boss, you get an extra 40 coins or 100 coins or something, right? It's an increasing thing. But then you have, like I said, in the bottom, you'd have kind of those 4. Oh my God, what are my hands doing? There we go. Nope. Other hand. There we go. You'd have 4 of the, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Got something stuck in my throat. You'd have 4 of the relic boxes down in the beginning of your area. I don't know why I'm doing that with my hands. But you'd have 4 relic boxes down in the beginning of your area. So as you keep getting more and more money, you can buy more and more relics to make the boss fights easier and yada, 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 and actually potentially get through it. So, but, I mean, we can go through some of this stuff. There's actually not too much to talk about. So, it's available now on Steam and on Xbox Game Pass. These are these are some of the old bug fixes. Here's some more bug fixes. Improvements to reward system, improvements to alert levels, high chance of heal pack drop, high increase to tier of weapon drop, increase to amount of coin drop. That's nice. Removal of mechanical monsters in time limit survival mission because they were too strong. Cool. Removing relic share system. The relic chests will not be shared among team members in multiplayer mode. I read something earlier that that wasn't actually intended. Right here. According to our original dev schedule, the relic chests were being unique to each user should have been applied for early access version. So they did that. Okay. Season pass now easier to achieve. We increase the amount of experience each player per planet clear by 20 to 50 or 25 to 50%. Relic replication. In the current algorithm, the chance of relic replication when you acquire a relic already in possession is lower than intended. We changed so that a relic besides the one you own will be replicated. Okay. So relic replication is like when you try and bring them out of the missions. Okay. So players will be able to feel 20 to 30% increase in relic replication chance. Changed so that a relic besides the one you own will be replicated. Give me the goddamn crit shield scope. Removing relic share system. Improvements to alert level waves. Journey final boss difficulty lowered. All 5-stack relics gain increased effects. We increase the basic effect of stacked relics and the special effects given from the 3rd stack onward by 1.5 times the current amount. That's cool. Balance and reward patch, yada yada yada. I won't read through all of this. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Minor technical update. Users may experience a delay in loading. Something about cheating programs. I'm not using that, so I'm not doing any of that. Let's go through the frequently asked questions here. Hello, everyone. It's been a week since we launched early access, so obviously this is a couple weeks old now. Here are answers to your most frequently asked questions. Thank you for your interest in our game, and we hope to make this game as fun as possible alongside the players. How long is the early access period, and what sort of contents are planned? We will respond to emergency issues as fast as we can, and we will have regular updates every month. The addition of new content and major changes will occur every 3 months, which is our season. The addition of new weapons, new breakers, and boss monsters plan to be added, and experimental game modes will be revealed for feedback. That doesn't tell us how long the early access period is, but that's okay. Why are you resetting relics and season upgrades every season? Are you going to wipe your progress after 3 months? The point of this season system is to revamp the game. There will be many new things to do and many things will change. The number of effects that exist will be changed drastically, making the need for the update tree to be renewed as well. For new players entering with the season to fit in, we thought removing long-term growth factors was a good idea. However, many players gave negative feedback on losing the things they worked hard for, like all our relics. Our intention wasn't to take away what users worked hard for, but to give the users updated new things they can enjoy. Therefore, we adjusted from our initial plans to wipe everything and decided to make the resetting aspect as little as possible. We're contemplating how to make the hard-earned outcomes remain while continuously providing new relics and upgrade factors. And I'll read this and then I'll give my thoughts here. We can't say in detail, but we will try our best to let the players either keep the things they worked hard for or at least get reasonable compensation. When we have more things set in stone, we will let the players know through announcement and receive additional feedback to make a final decision. My thoughts on that. I think it's cool that I don't think it's cool that they're going to reset everything, but I like the idea of being compensated somehow. And now maybe for each of your relics is worth a certain amount of currency. They'd have to introduce a new kind of currency here. But at the end of the season, all your relics reset and you get, X amount of currency based on the number of relics that you unlocked that you can then spend to unlock new relics. Maybe not the ones that are current to the season, but anything in like legacy. Could be like a legacy tab or whatever, right? Let's just say we've unlocked all of the ones from the current season. Then you get back, 100, one currency per relic, whatever it is. I don't care. But all the new ones cost, maybe the tier 1s cost like 2, the tier 3s cost like 4, and the tier 5s cost like 7 or something, right? 7 currency. So, something crazy like that where it's, or it could be like 3, 6, and 10 or something like that, right? Where you're not going to be able to buy all of them, but you are going to be able to buy certain ones because you've got four relic spots unlocked, and I hope they don't change that. It's hard enough getting through the game. I hope they don't change. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't even be terribly upset if they removed all that just so you have to play the game again. I wouldn't even be terribly upset about that. So long as you could spend, like I said, so long as that was in conjunction with getting X amount of resources back and then being able to buy new relics, or not the ones that are specific for the second season or whatever season you're in, but the ones from Legacy, right? I can buy my crit shield scope. I can buy my increased attack power when shields are active. I can buy my increased crit chance when haven't taken damage. I can buy my healing scope. I can buy the rounds that do 20% more damage or whatever. I can buy my skill upgrades. I can buy some of those things, right? That would be I think the right way to do it, is to figure out an amount, and it doesn't have to be, one currency per relic. Maybe it could be 1 for the tier 1s, 2 for the tier 2s, and 3 for the tier 3s or something, right? And however many you have unlocked, because there's a chance that you could not unlock all of them, to be perfectly honest, even in 3 months. If you're not using a particular build, you're not doing let's just say you don't play skill builds or whatever, right? You're not increasing skill. I'm just throwing something out there. You could theoretically, even though you see the relic all the time, you just never pick it up. So you have no chance of replicating it because you never pick it up. That's entirely possible. So it doesn't mean that every single season you're going to unlock every single relic. And as you continue more and more and more and have some of these legacy relics, and maybe the legacy relics don't even drop anymore. Maybe it's all just new ones. You just can use the legacy relics to play with the new ones. Maybe that's how it has to work. But then after that next season, then those all get shuffled into the legacy relics, right? So now you can make a build based on, the 4 or whatever, based on a couple different seasons. Maybe they could do something like that. I think that would be kind of the cool way to do it. And probably a longevity. You would keep it keep things longevity. You'd lose all your relics, yes, but not really. You'd be able to get some of them back, and you get the ones back that you really wanted, if that makes any sense, right? Like, obviously, yeah, you're going to want a whole bunch of them back, but you can't keep a whole bunch of them. Even if you were only able to unlock 4, it gives you 4 unlocks because you've unlocked your 4 relic slots. I don't know. It gives you 4. So it just says, okay, here you go. Here's you can unlock 1 tier 3, 2 tier 2, or, a tier 2 and 2 tier 1. I don't know. Something like that. They could do something. I think my previous idea was better. Are there plans for cross-invite, cross-save between Xbox and Steam? Will Xbox update be delayed in the future compared to Steam like it is now due to Xbox certification process? Although we want to avoid emergency patches as much as possible, if a critical issue occurs, we think it better to respond quickly on Steam first, then wait for Xbox clarification and release at the same time. Cross-save is a difficult feature to implement now. However, we think we can prepare transferring data cross-platform soon. Any plans for wide monitor support? Having a wide monitor allows players to see more of the map than other players, which makes it unfair. We are currently discussing this matter, and if there is a good solution, supporting wide monitor isn't a difficult task. Are there plans to change the number of maximum players for Journey to 3? Are there plans for maps for 4 or above? We decided the maximum number of players depending on the galaxy mode, progression method, and map size. However, there were many players who wanted to just play together with friends, so we will be removing the maximum player restriction of 2 players in Journey for pre-made parties only soon. Okay, that's kind of cool. Not that you need it, but when will new skins and toy workers be added? We already have the skins and toy workers ready. The dev team doesn't want to just increase the number of available options, but make each one unique with different playstyles. While some skins can be added quickly, toy workers will be added with after new features are added. This is a secret, but our toy workers will be changed to be way more fun to play with, although we haven't even told our CEO yet. Why can you only equip 1 tier 3 relic? And this is where I was just talking about the tier 3 relics. This is how I know that you can only equip 1. It's snowing? Weird. Why can you only equip 1 tier 3 relic? Equipping a relic is a very entertaining feature, but it can also ruin the balance of the game easily. Although this restricts freedom in using tier 3 relics, this also allows you to think which tier 1 and 2 relics to use. In the classic mode, we will be sticking to this rule for now. Anvil game mode is set up so that changing the rules is not a difficult task. Having a challenge mode where you can equip many relics, for example 6, or having no limit on tier 3 relics can be added, so we ask for your patience. And that's something they could add in to that horde mode that I was talking about, because you could come across some pretty crazy tier 3 relics. So that is also a good thing to know, that you can only equip 1 of those. So, I keep getting matched in a server that is far away. Are there plans to create servers in other countries? Don't have to talk about that. There seems to be many people on the ranking using cheating programs. Don't have to talk about that. I don't do that. I don't care. Are the plans to support PlayStation? Our priority is to stabilize the game on Xbox and Steam. Other platforms will be considered when that is in place. So, as far as the cheating goes, I don't understand why people do it. Who cares? You literally get nothing for it. Whoop-de-doo, you're higher on a leaderboard. Ooh, good job. But anyways, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not cheating, nor do I even care about it. If you guys care about it, great. That's awesome. But it has nothing to do with me. So I'm not even going to talk about, not that I'm for cheating, but like I just don't even want to waste my time talking about this. The same thing as getting matched in a server that is far away. It really doesn't matter to me. So, and then all of the rest are just, kind of small patch notes. I'll let anybody pause it if they want to check these out. I'll try and leave it on there for a few seconds. There we go. I'll just do that. There we go. inability to enter a specific boss monster's lair. That would suck. Cross-platform friend invite. So, and then we're back here. So that's cool. Hey, you know what? At least I'm glad they're updating the game. Sometimes things don't work properly and things go wrong. That's totally fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna pause that there. I think I'm going to love you guys and leave you here. I just wanted to talk about this. It's a 35-minute video talking about some of the balancing, and we didn't even really talk about a whole lot of the balancing, but we got through some of the stuff here. My next video that will come out will probably have some gameplay where it's way harder. I'll try and record some of that here, and you can see just how much harder it got, unless I was totally full of shit and completely made that up. And yeah, I don't know, but we couldn't get through anything this morning, so I'm not sure. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. You know, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. All the support you've shown me, all the love. You guys are amazing. I will catch you next time. Peace, YouTube.